everybody. Welcome. Still recovering from these allergies after these forest fires, and I got a little emotional earlier just a little bit ago. What is going? Whoa! Something's. Oh, careful! Oh, don't do that with your baby doll. You might rip her. Yeah, mommy has to sew that up. Warren's playing with my baby doll, and she's got a tear. And he's shoving his hand into the tear. I can sew it later, but anyway. So I'm struggling with a little bit of frogginess. I just wanted to do a quick thought. I was looking over the James Aspie's and Carly's YouTube channel that I'm subscribed to, and I finally scrolled down and looked at their list of videos, and I just clicked on the video that changed his perspective in his life and opened his eyes. And it was amazing, epic activist. His name is Gary. His last name starts with a G. I can't remember it right off the bat, but it starts with G, ends with a Y. And I had Googled being an activist, and he had come up, and I had read about him, and then I looked at this YouTube channel and saw that video was up there. And he spends his time now traveling and speaking with students and corresponding via email questions and helping people get on the right track. And the video just really moved me because he just brought it forth with such strength, and I stepped on a crayon. I really feel inspired by him because I feel that same rush, that same urgency, and like I am angered by it. I'm absolutely angered by it, and I'm disgusted by it, and it just was really neat. So I really encourage people to challenge yourself and step outside of what we've deemed as normal. It's so easy to justify a product, dairy, cheese, because I was in the grocery store last night and I had to run and get some last minute things, and the guy walking past, younger male, said, "Oh, can I help you find anything?" And I said, "Well, actually, Earth Balance vegan cheddar crackers down this way," which I'm actually switching off of Earth Balance because I'm not going to use their products anymore because they're owned by Conagra, which is not a brand that I want to support. I won't get into that right now. Anywho, I thought, I have coupons for it. It's vegan. I'll buy it and use my coupons and have it. And I left my I forgot my coupons anyway, so I just paid regular price. Digressing. And he said, "Oh, my best friend is vegan." That came up because I asked him if he had tried them. And he said no. And then I told him I wasn't really big on cheese substitutes because I'm not really big on really specifically dairy substitutes. I substitute dairy milk with nut milks and things. But the idea of the brick of cheese and having it in my refrigerator and my children seeing it, I explained to them it's vegan cheese and whatnot. But my personal approach is a little more radical. I just would rather eliminate that as the first images in the comfort zone and what they conform to as normal. Now, as we grow into a vegan society, hopefully one day, and have a sustainable planet and are not slaughtering like this, the vegan cheese will be like nothing. But I think for now, it's really important to strip down the old ways. I lost my train of thought because I got distracted, but basically, we need to look at, here it is, we need to look at the root of the exploitation, the root of it, not how, the guy at the grocery store. This is what I was saying. I know that he wasn't looking at the root of it because he said, "Yeah, my best friend's vegan." I said, "Oh, why aren't you?" He said, "Well, I went vegetarian, but the truth is I love the dairy too much. I love my cheese." He said that, "I love my cheese." Number one, it's not your cheese. It's the cows. It's the cow's mammary secretion. It's the cow's milk. We think I bought it. It's mine. These are the tiny little, almost seemingly meaningless clues, and just right there for us. How can we justify something as ours if we bought it? Okay, a vehicle, yes, an object with no consciousness. You can buy these things, or that is not an animal. You could even buy a pet, and in turn, it's your responsibility to take care and love that pet.
But we take care of it. We don't harm it. You know, you can't, when we buy something, we have to really look at that closely because of the amount of harm done through the justification of making it our own and buying it. We are duped into the illusion that this healthy food is all around us and it's in plenty from the animals, and it's not factual. Really, people listen to the people around you that talk about the diseases that their family members have struggled with. All these diseases, when we really look at the science, when we really look at even just the studies, not necessarily the science, you know, but it's there in the science, because I mean, I guess the study is scientific, but the studies, all the people eating the dairy, the meat, the cheese, disease, heart disease, cancers, you know, just terrible things, even putting meat into your body, eating the meat products, the dairy products, all in the respiratory, causes problems with fluid on the lungs. My uncle was just in the hospital for fluid on his lungs, and he was actually basically in, I think he was in ICU, and it was really a scary thing, and he's anything but vegan. He's probably the opposite of it. He is the opposite, but I love him, you know, he's my uncle, and I don't want him to be harmed, but because of just his lifestyle, you know, and many other people were harmed, he finally got stable, and after a couple days, he could order his first meal, and he ordered a cheeseburger with french fries. He ordered a artery clogger. He ordered food that was going to add to the inflammation and fluid in his lungs. He ordered dairy, which is absolutely horrific for our bodies. We don't digest it properly. There's no need for it. I learned from this Gary activist guy, who's amazing, that the calcium phosphate, I might be butchering that a little bit here, this calcium that we think we're getting from these cows, it actually does the opposite in our body. The dairy, the cheese, the milk, anything milk, dairy based, it shoots the acidity in our blood just through the roof. And what do we do with that? You know, we cut down calcium. We literally take the calcium, deplete the calcium out of our bones to take care of this problem. And they're telling us milk equals healthy bones. You know, it's a sales tactic. It's a sales tactic, and it's a huge, you know, dairy farmers, they feel like they're threatened. This is vegan, yo. We are animals. Yes, not abolish all of their means of living. Sustainability, compromise, becoming compassionate, and in turn, healing the ocean dead zones. You know, people want to argue about this, and it's not an argument of we want to change you because of this and that. It's just the sheer fact of doing what is right, doing what sustains the earth. I have a right now to fight for my 10-time great-grandchildren to have a sustainable environment. I have the right for that. Whoa, that's what happens when you don't have a stand. I have the right to do that. So it just, when he said that, I just love cheese too much, and I told him, yeah, I love my cheese too much, he said, the young man in the store working. He was in his 20s. You know, oily hair, oily skin. Not to be stereotypical and mean, but I mean, seriously, cut back the fried food and the cheese, and you might not be a walking, talking grease ball that's eating the mammary secretion from an animal that's going to be tortured, slaughtered, beaten, and have her baby stolen from her. Seriously? Whoops, you got an ouchie. Oh, honey. We're getting close to snack and nap. Warren got upset with his toy there. I know, yeah, it may look like on my videos that I'm not, the videos come before my children, but, you know, I just have to take the time to get it out when I can. So, you know, here was, we don't have to be, you know, extra oily, extra greasy. We don't have to eat things that we say we love and that taste good. Like, the fact is, yeah, cheese has a good flavor to it. It can taste good. Personally, my perspective of it has changed. Like, I can't genuinely say, like, I do love cheese. Like, I liked the taste of cheese. I did like it. I thought it was cheesy, but where it comes from, what it's for, the medical dangers it has and the environmental effect, cheese is not tasty to me, you know. Like, it feels good to wake up and choose sustainability and love over 7-Eleven drizzled nacho cheese coming out of a hot plastic bag. I used to work at 7-Eleven, Panera Bread, all kinds of places. You know, they tell you it's fresh, they tell you it's clean, it's good, you know. Panera Bread, the soup is boiled in a huge plastic bag in this hot heater. And then when behind the closed doors, I gotta go to Warren. Behind the closed doors, we used to pour the bag into the pitcher and take it out and pour it into the things. The managers were furious if they were out on stock and we run out with the bag and dump it in. They did not want the customers to see it coming out of the plastic bag because the Panera commercials say, cooked fresh, made fresh. Bakery pastries baked fresh. These dairy pastries baked fresh for you. They're just pre-packaged, pre-made in a factory and defrosted at 4 in the morning, proofed and baked. They're not baked in Panera Bread. It's not a bakery. Okay, so I gotta go. Warren's having a meltdown, banging his head. Think about that. I love my cheese. What's at stake for that? And if you could make the world a better place, would you? And isn't that our obligation? All right. And you'll feel better when you do it. Damn. All right, people. I probably didn't get on what I wanted to get on, but I can't focus because I got to get to Warren. Bye.